Libraries are more than words, providing vital services and connecting communities. Kingston welcomed a brand new library director during the pandemic, and Julie Thompson invited Director Donold Colon on to talk about what's new and next for the Kingston Public Library.
I'm so pleased to welcome Donold Colon, who is the new director of the Kingston Public Library. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to dig right into your past. You've been involved with libraries for a long time, especially towns around here. Tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are today.
Thank you very much for having me. I actually have been working in libraries for 35 years. I began working at the Brockton Library when I was 14. Since then, I've moved on to libraries in Hanson, Duxbury as a sub, as well as Hanover and in Avon. And then 5.5 years ago, I became the director of the Holbrook Public Library. And this past August, I became the director here in Kingston. I've been very familiar with libraries, obviously, for years and years, and I've had the experience of seeing how libraries have transformed over the years. And it's always, been an exciting place to see where we're going, what the future holds for us.
Right. Now, when you were interviewed by a local paper when you first got the job, and you said that your goal coming to Kingston was to increase the perceived value of the library and the community through programming, materials, and partnerships. Obviously, you still feel that way, yes?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, my goal is to show to the community that we have something to offer to everyone, whether it is physical materials, whether it's the socialization or the creativity of programming, the working with other departments or outside agencies like businesses and so forth. But we just kind of want to say that we are a mainstay in the community and we're here for you, to offer as much as we can.
Now, if anyone goes to your website, you see that you do a tremendous amount of things. You have programs within the library. You have authors that speak on their books. You have programs for kids for all different ages. You can borrow things. You can rent books. You can rent ebooks. I mean, there's a million things you can do. You have a reference librarian that can help you. You can get education. There's so many things you can do in the library. What are some of the ways you can market the library to get more people to know what you do and to get involved with it?
So the library is actually looking at remarketing our website, rebranding it. As we know, the town recently went to theirs, and we'll be changing ours as well. But also we're looking to do outreach work with the professional librarians. So the children's librarian, the teen librarian, the reference librarian, and myself will do outreach in the community, whether it's we offer something at a farmer's market, or we go to the schools, or work with our partners, the Council on Aging, or the Rec Department, or any other town department that we can get word out there about what we can do and what we can offer people to enrich their lives. And that's what really the goal of the public library is to enrich people's lives and to make them lifelong learners.
Right. And so you're really talking about a library on the go, that you don't have to necessarily go to the brick and mortar library as it stands. You might bring a program to some other group or organization within your town.
Absolutely. We're looking into different housing opportunities that may have an activity room or something like that we could bring, whether it's our art programs or to bring a lecturer and things like that. The abilities of the library is not confined to the four walls. And obviously that's demonstrated with the availability of digital materials, ebooks, and things like that people, could be on vacation in California and access our collection using their smart devices.
Now, I asked you a question before because I've always wondered this about books. The libraries obviously were always known for having books that you hold. And now where so many people get ebooks and they prefer to read a book on a digital tablet, what has that done to change the environment in the library? And do you get the same, you don't get the same lifespan out of an ebook as you do a regular book? Can you just explain how that works? Because I found that fascinating.
Yes, so unlike a physical print book, which the library purchases titles from book vendors, we can keep a book on a shelf for 20, 30, even 50 years if the condition, warrants and the use warrants it. Unlike ebooks and other digital content, the publishers restrict the usage. So while we can have a book forever, a title like a bestseller may only be available for 12 months or for a certain amount of checkouts before we have to repurchase another copy.
Right. So financially, that could add up. If you
Yes.
and then keeping track of that must be kind of a nightmare too. Or I'm sure the publishers keep track of that for you and say you owe us more money.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
they do. That they do.
Grants. Are you familiar with, or have you written grants in order to get more money for your library? Because I know library budgets are often ones that are quite stilted by town budgets.
Yes. So in my previous life as a director, there was a lot of more of the local type of grants, the legislative earmark grants that were offered, as well as the cultural council grants. I also worked with some local businesses that provided different kind of opportunities. And that is actually one of my big goals for Kingston, is the, ability to write and secure a major grant of substance in whatever format that might be, whether it's for capital improvements or for programming or what have you. But it is definitely important that we reach out and try to get this additional funding to complement the general library budget, because it always needs support in some way.
Absolutely. Do people also come to your library to use computers?
Yes, they absolutely do. That is always an ongoing thing, especially printing. A lot of people will get documentations that were sent to their emails, and it's necessary for them to need to use the printers to print off whatever the document may be. We offer regular PCs in both the adult section and the children's, and at the teen section we also have an Apple computer, and we're looking to expand on the amount of computers that we offer there as well.
Excellent. Now, the Kingston Public Library belongs to the Old Colony Library Network. Can you just explain what the advantage of belonging to a network like this is?
So the advantage to being part of a network allows for mutual reciprocal borrowing of materials. So it could be a situation where you get a Kingston card, you come to the library, we don't have something, we would be able to easily get it for you from one of the OCLN libraries, or if you so chose, you could actually travel to those libraries. And that is actually one thing that's very known with OCLN, is that they do have a very high transient population of library users. People love to see what other libraries are doing, and then they come back to their home libraries and say, hey, they're offering this, can we try this here? And take ideas and build upon them, to take that idea that was already invented and make it a little bit different so that it was unique to Kingston.
Oh, that's great. Finally, what would be the one thing you want people to know more than anything about the Kingston Public Library and the services it offers that maybe they don't know?
The thing that I would want people to take away that they may not know about the library is that the library is here for the general public. We are here to meet your needs, to provide whatever services that we're able to do, and we are here to enrich your lives and to encourage people to be lifelong learners in whatever capacity that may be. The library has gone from that, stereotypical organization that you see on TV shows with shushing librarians to being centers of activities. We're a meeting place, we're a place where people can share ideas, friendships develop, and just exposure. And that's another thing about libraries, is that we provide, with materials and programs and services, we provide exposures to things that people may not normally have access to.
Right.
And it's all about enriching lives, and that is what our ultimate goal is to enrich lives.
Well, that's thank you so much, Donald, and congratulations on your position there, and best of luck, and I'm sure we will talk to you again.
Absolutely. It was wonderful to finally see you. I've seen you in other videos and things, so this is great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donald and Julie. To stay connected to all that's happening at KPL, visit kingstonpubliclibrary.org.
If you've enjoyed this video by The Local Scene, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.